Hello, and welcome to another day of English 2. I'm your online teacher, Miss Abear. We have been working on an argument unit about graffiti. Is it art or is it crime? Today, you are going to be reading an article about wiping out graffiti in Houston. So that should be interesting. I can't wait for you guys to delve deep into that article. But first, I want to remind you that this entire unit is available on Common Lit 360. It is Unit 6 for Grade 9, and I know this is an English 2 class, but you know as well as I do by this time that the 9th grade standards and the 10th grade standards are identical. So if there is something that is put out there on the web for 9th grade, it's out there for you too because the standards are the same. So 9th grade Unit 6 Common Lit 360 is called Graffiti, Art, or Crime, and you can find the link to the information about Common Lit 360's curriculum in the YouTube description. Now let's look at our essential questions for this unit. Is graffiti a work of art or a crime to be punished? How do we decide? We are going to be working on this for several weeks. There are lots of articles for us to delve into. And guys, I hope you've noticed so far that most of these articles are fairly short. So just like the last time that we met yesterday, you guys watched a video to get started before you read the article. We're going to do the same thing today. So before we do though, we're going to be reading again, Wiping Out Graffiti in Houston, to get an idea of how large cities approach graffiti. And so we're going to watch a video. Your teacher can find this on the YouTube description. Your teacher can find this on the Common Lit 360 curriculum, and that's where they will be able to play this video from. As you're watching the video, I want you to consider the financial impact of graffiti on property owners. All right, good job, guys. You watched that video. Now I'm sure that you want to talk about what it is that you learned or what you found out as you were watching that video. So I want you to turn and talk with a partner and answer the question, who should be responsible for the cost and work of cleaning up graffiti? Those were some great conversations that you guys were having, and I know that you are really liking this topic, and I'm glad that you are. Today, as you read, you will be reading and taking notes independently as we move through this article. And just like we have on the other articles, that skill focus, you are looking at key details and examples that develop the central idea. How does this text answer the unit's argument prompt? Should graffiti be protected? So if you're ready, I am too. So independently, you are going to read Wiping Out Graffiti in Houston. Remember to answer the questions in the margins as you read. All right, you read, you seem to be ready to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it just yet. I want you to take some notes in your graphic organizer. Remember guys, you're supposed to be keeping up with your research note-taking graphic organizer, and these are the questions and the information you should be finding and reporting back in that graphic organizer. Yes, graffiti should be protected. Make sure you put those paragraph numbers, and no, graffiti should not be protected. You want examples and evidence and those paragraph numbers. I'll give you about 6 or 7 minutes. Again, this is a short article. Shouldn't take you long to put that information in the graphic organizer. Again, what is the last thing that we've been doing in these Common Lit articles? That's right. They have these questions at the end that help prepare you for that English 2 state assessment. And so you're going to answer those questions independently. Before I let you go for the day, I want to leave you with a thought. Miss Abear always gives you writing tasks. Why is that? Why don't I just give you multiple choice questions for these units? What is the reason for that? If your state assessment at the end of the year is going to be multiple choice, why don't I give you those multiple choice questions for every single unit? Well, my answer to that is every single writing task, every writing piece, if you are completing it with the standard in mind and with the rubric that the State Department has put out, your teacher can assess every single reading standard through your writing. And so they will know if you have comprehended that text. They will know if you can identify those key details and examples. They will know if you can analyze a text. They will know and see the depth that you can do that through the writing process and through the end product of writing. And so that's why I keep giving you writing tasks instead of saying, here's a multiple choice test for you to take. Because if you can demonstrate your understanding of all of the standards through the writing process, you'll breeze right through the multiple choice questions. That's all that I have for today. Until next time, happy reading.